Alright, there we go. Ooh, that is not level at all, is it? This would be better. Okay. Hey, Uthi. Good. Well, good afternoon. It's noon. Alright. Let's attach this here, and then we should be good to go. Perfect. Hey, Astman. It's morning. Well, why did I say good? I'll have it. I slept in today. Maybe that's why I'm still in morning mode. Good afternoon. Alright, there you go. Unlock this, and there we go. Cool. Hey, Istanbul, Maritime and Aviation. Good afternoon, Giant Ray. Hey, on YouTube, Uthi. Oh, I'm so glad YouTube chat is fixed on stream, buddy. So much better to read the chat like this. Hey, Rob. Goedemiddag. Welcome. Ooh, hang on. There's a very smoky ship in the distance. It's still on the other side of the land there, but holy moly, that's a smoky one. Look at that plume. That's a massive, massive plume. Yep. Well, that one is coming towards us. Hey, Almiria. Good afternoon. I also live by the sea. The Gulf of Finland. I know where that is. There you go. Click. Alright. Let me check if everything is set up. Yes, I'll get the drone out later today. Although I might have to check the wind conditions, because it is a little bit more windy than, but I think it should be fine. Oh, wow. That is some good lean right there. Look at that, sailboat. It's a steamship. They probably turn on the exhaust scrubber. So we actually missed quite a few ships as I was arriving, but yeah, timing. But there should be more stuff coming in this afternoon, I think. I do know that there is a evergreen ship underway, 366 meter container ship, so I'm excited to catch that one coming in an hour or two from now. We'll see, probably an hour and a half. Hey, Karthik. Muga. It's nice out, the sun is out today, so we'll hopefully make some good drone shots. There we go. Sneezing out all my allergies. Yeah, while the traffic is not that busy, I can already do all the prep work for the drone. Okay, that is one cable in. ND filter, ND8. I think that's good for this weather, ND8. Here you see another container ship coming from Antwerp in the corner there. Batteries for the drone, and then the controller. There we go. Hey moderator, whoever it is. The ship that is sailing away from us is the Cape Corfu. It's going to Felixstowe in the UK and has a capacity of 2,756 TEUs. Cool, cool. Okay, I think we're all set up now. Let me put my glove back on. It is chilly today, despite the sun being out. Quite chilly. Oh, it was Uthi. Thank you, Uthi. First snow already on the ground in Finland. Wow. So there's like a nice parade of ships heading out right now. It also means that most of these pilots that are on these ships will have another ship coming back in later today. So hopefully we can catch that. Sailboat is right in front of me. Some good lean on her. Sails. That is another MSC container ship that we will see later up close. Currently has to still take the corner towards us. I forgot one thing. I forgot to put on my winter pants. Maybe I should get. I think I have a blanket in the car. Just put it on top of me. Let's see. Yes, I still have it. Nice. Hey Jacob, good afternoon. I already missed summer. Hey Spolette. Nice day for spot. It is a very nice day indeed. The sun is out. But there's a wind and it's quite chilly in the wind. Other than that, it's a very good day. Oh, sorry. So in terms of ships coming, we have most is in the distance still, so we'll see them later. What I do see is like a barge coming, I think. Yeah, that looks like a push tug with a barge, potentially with a metal scrap on it. I think, yeah, that might be a metal scrap barge. We'll see in a little bit as she gets closer. Also a few ships parked on the other side of the river. We'll take a look. There's a Costco shipping container ship docked there. Well, anchored there, not docked. There's a man fishing here, and he has like a little cylinder for his fishing rod, and he dropped it off the bank, and it almost floated away. He got it just in time. Last time I saw the sun, it was it was a very great week on Miria. No Russian subs. You wouldn't even be able to properly sail a sub in here. The water in front of us, like the shipping lane itself, is 25 meters deep, so no shot you're getting a sub through here without being spotted. It's a shame that Rio, yeah, we looked into it. So first of all, I would need to have I don't really need a license to listen to the communication, but it's a gray zone. And then not everybody wants to hear the radio chatter all the time, so I don't really want to add it on the stream. What is that? So we're looking at a little push tugboat. Yeah, I call it. It's like a little square boat that can push barges, and it's pushing two barges that are side by side in front of it. And I think the barges will be filled with scrap metal, because there's a big scrap metal yard up the canal here towards Ghent. So we're waiting on some bigger ships to come. They are underway. There's a very smoky one coming as well. Well, I think it's just turned on its exhaust scrubber. There's a very big plume coming out of it. Yeah, indeed, as the Tripoli was coming by as I was setting up as well. A very regular ship on the stream. Hey Stutler, good afternoon. So I think the smoky one, can't really miss it, can we? So yeah, that one is a very smoky one. We'll come back to that later. There you go. Again, downstairs, so I don't really have visuals on the locks today. It's mostly because of the wind conditions. If I would be standing up there, I would have the wind blasting me full in the face for the entire stream. It's just not enjoyable to me. So I'm downstairs, sheltered from the wind a bit. Oh yeah, I see a few ships coming towards us from the coastline as well now. It's nice. Hey Palauser, good afternoon. Thank you, Matteo. Thank you for the kind words. Appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying it. How it feels. It's more enjoyable for you to watch Palauser if I'm getting beaten up by the wind. Actually, it would give a less of a good image because the camera would be a bit more like shaky like this than if there's heavy winds. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that I think it might even be 4 barges, 2x2, filled with scrap metal. Hey Kirby, good afternoon. I hope he's gonna take the entrance to one of the 2 bigger locks, so we can see it up close. It could be the smaller lock, and then it will be a bit further away from us. Yeah, choppy water is also rough on the bit rate, that's true. Well, I have to say, the best viewed stream that we've ever had on the YouTube now is the stormy one, where we were in stormy winds here. Funny enough. Got another unnamed holiday edition white chocolate mocha flavor chilled coffee. Amazing. It does look like it's gonna come towards us. That would be great. There we go. I think there is a general cargo ship coming from the coast as well, but one with cranes. Yeah, definitely scrap metal on that one. Oh. Pretty cool shot from the other side. Let's show you real quick. Oh, that's the... There they are. Like a whole cluster of ships crossing each other. Looks cool. So there's an APL container ship that's heading out. I even missed that one. Came by when I wasn't even here yet. And the first ship that we saw today, and then the ship coming towards us with the cranes on it. cool shot. Hey, Chef Dave. Good afternoon. Have anything on board? Doesn't look like anything special. Let's go check out the scrap metal barges again. We toast. It is fixed, by the way. Woo! Chef Dave, wow, thank you for the prime. 90, wow, 39 months. It's almost 40. Thank you. You know what the issue was, Toast? Because I started debugging and looking for stuff. The server time was in UTC and not on my local time. That was the issue. So I just changed the time of the server. Ah, zeker, zeker. I mean, it just uses the local time to calculate the hours past and the hours until. So it was calculating that based on UTC time, not on the CET time. Oh yeah, I think the converted script just did local time. No more weather? Maybe Stream Elements is down again, Uzi. Because that is still going through Stream Elements. Maybe I should also make my own version of that command. Oh, now it's working. It's just you. It doesn't like you, the command. Oh, we got a ship coming out of the canal here in a minute. Componist in English. There she is. Look at that speed. She's flying. Oh, that's a cool shot. I'd be very surprised if she's going to Ghent though, because that is the other way. Nice humming sound on her as well. She looks pretty new. Not a single scratch on her hull. Holy moly, that scared me. My sub expires tomorrow, so I guess I'll be renewing it next stream. Thank you, Toast. 64 months, my goodness. Big numbers. And thank you for everything you do, of course. By the looks of it, I do think the barges are coming into this entrance to the canal. That's pretty cool. I will see them up close. Moin, Ulrich, welcome. I can properly read YouTube chat again today, so I won't miss your messages. Ooh, there is a crude oil tanker underway from the coast to Antwerp. That's cool. And it looks like she's all loaded up. We'll see her in a little bit. one coming out. Hey Smithy, welcome in. Hope you enjoy the relaxing ship spotting vibes. It's going to be a relaxed day today, not too many special ships, but we are getting a 366 meter evergreen ship later today. So, we will be flying the drone over that as well. We'll be getting some drone footage. Oh, Toast, get out of my head. Toast, you've been a moderator for so long and subscribed for so long that we're starting to sync our brain waves. It's getting creepy now. Indeed, container vessel. Look at that drift. I'm not moving the camera. She's going all the way to the left. It's really cool. Oh, there's another one coming out with a lot of scrap metal on it. You work with boards. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. You have a lot of people these days that work in the industry. It's always cool to have more knowledgeable people in the chat. Trying not to film too many people. Scrap boat coming in. 3, 2, 1. There she is. So that is a whole pile of scrap metal. As I said, there's a big facility for scrap metal up the river. So they took on a whole load of scrap metal. Interesting though, so this ship is taking scrap metal away towards Antwerp, while there's another ship on barges delivering scrap metal. Ooh, what is the... Oh, it's like oversteering a bit, the Amphira. Oh, you also handle scrap. Cool. In the UK. Get a lot of UK ships here. Well, to and from the UK. Yeah, it's almost like a handbrake turn. Look how it... What is it doing? Definitely speeded a bit too much around the corner, I would argue. Got another ship coming out now. Damn, I'm gonna keep an eye out. What is that? What are you doing? What is... Ooh. I think the scrap metal ship is also starting to like steer a bit out of the... Oh my goodness. Chaos ensues with these inland ships. All these inland ships are on the river, but they don't need a pilot, of course. It's only the seaworthy ships that have a pilot on board. Maybe next time, take your corner a bit slower, mate. AK2. Well, there was some chaos. We had one ship drifting out of the canal really fast and then oversteering a little bit, almost running into the scrap metal barges here. All right, this will be the next one to come in. Busy waterway? Yeah, it's always busy here. If I zoom out a bit, in case you're wondering, there is some bigger traffic coming. So you have a container ship from MSC there. And there's an even bigger one over there. And then there's a crude oil tanker all the way on the other side, coming from the coast. The Evergreen is still underway, so we'll see that one in an hour or two, I think. So we'll stick to the smaller stuff until the big stuff is close. So we got a tugboat coming out as well. There you go, let's give it a minute. Don't drift your vessels, indeed. Or drift responsibly. Only drift when there's no other ships coming from around the corner. 2, 1. There she is. VB Jade. No, it's not the one that got stuck in the canal, in the Suez Canal. But that one does come here. I think it was here earlier this year. The was it Ever Given? So that one does come here. But now it's the Ever Mead. M-E-E-D. To the barge. Now it's a scrap metal. So you've been assuming that it's scrap metal the entire time, but I think now we can confirm that it's pushing scrap metal barges. We'll say that barge is well filled up, fully loaded. It's even 4 of them, I think. It's 2 by 2, if I saw it correctly earlier. We'll see when she turns in. No, it might be. Yeah, I think it's hard to see. I have a tiny screen, so. It's 200 meters long, yeah, then it's gonna be a 2 by 2. So as I was driving home yesterday after the stream, I drove by the canal and I saw a ship being berthed into the dock by tugboats. It was really cool to see. Maybe we should stream that one day if I can plan it. Stream the berthing of a ship. Hey Annam, welcome. Yeah, so it's 2 by 2 barges being pushed by the little boat in the back. After this one we'll have a few bigger ships to look at. And also another inland ship heading out right now. Hey Luscatore, good afternoon. What wave fly, Jesus. Look at all that scrap metal. The barge traffic on the I think it's the Mississippi River is even crazy long. They have like barges up to 400 meters or even more than 400 meters. They're really long. The barges there. Will it be shipped somewhere? Yeah, probably. Because the scrap of the yard of the canal here is just for storing it. I was just talking about the ship that I saw dock yesterday in the afternoon after the stream. That one was docking, was a massive bulk carrier. It was docking at that facility, so that one will probably pick up a lot of scrap metal. Oh, that big bulk tanker. Oh, the crude oil tank, not bulk tanker, the crude oil tanker looks cool. We'll see that one in a little bit. So as you can see, the ship itself is very tiny. I always call them like little post stamp ships because they're like little squares. They just push these massive barges. Yeah, it's definitely like 200 meters long. Look at the length of that thing. Buy for processing, yeah, exactly. Repurposing. Oh. She turned on her afterburner. Hey Pete. Good afternoon. Very powerful engine for such a tiny ship. Good time zone too. It feels so weird to say good time zone. I'll just stick to my own. So we got one container ship, two container ships, but let's maybe take a quick look to the other side of the river where, let's see, there she is. That is a crude oil tanker that is coming towards us. And she looks to be pretty well loaded up, pretty deep in the water. Very typical for these crude oil tankers is the bridge, like little wings sticking out on the side, because these ships are quite wide. So it's the STI Konov, 256 meters long, 43 meters wide. She actually came from Felix, though, if I'm not mistaken. Let me check again. I saw her on radar this morning when I woke up. Where is she? There she is. No, she came from Las Palmas. That's the one in Spain. And before that, she was anchored in India, in Sika. So I assume maybe she picked up there, or maybe, I don't know. Oh, we have the... Just realized the BBC Lima is sniping in front of the crude oil tanker. She also wants some attention. 130 meters long, 17 meters wide. And she came from, let's check. There is still a backlog, so there were pilot actions on the river the past week. No, not this week, but the week before. And they've been like clearing up the queues all week. She came from Malta, and before that, Turkey. Actually, I think she only bunkered in Malta. She fueled up there. She came from Turkey. And she fueled up in Malta. Oh, thank God the BBC command writes that and not something else. Looking by the structures he has, no, it's not going to be a wind turbine. Oh, look how wide that oil tanker is, though. Oh. It's a really cool shot. I like it. So high tide today is around 2, so we have another hour of the tide coming in, and then we've reached high tide for today. Don't go there, Ant-Man. Don't go there. White people happy. Indeed, the ship is a white ship. It's funny because like the big container ships are wider, but for some reason on these crude oil tankers it just looks more impressive because they're not that high. The oil tanker is 2.5 times wider than the, yeah, they're really wide. I'll show the BBC in a minute, but I want to see if we can get like a full head-on shot of the... Are the container ships my favorite? I mean, I like the variation, but it is a fact that the biggest in the world are container ships, so yeah. And it's also the one of the, yeah, I think in terms of ships that we caught on the river, it's the majority. It's either tankers, not crude oil tankers, just regular tankers, or container ships. Although ro-ros are also really cool to see, the big floating boxes, the vehicle carriers. Don't think there will be one today, unless I didn't look good on radar, but which holds more weight, I would think. I don't know actually. I guess if you're carrying liquids, okay, I don't think we'll see it up the full frontal. The pier is in the way. So let's take a look at the BBC. Container, the only two you don't see at work. Oh. Lima toast. What is that badge you have there? It's like a little hedgehog. Ooh, she's making a nice humming noise, this one. Oh, Little Nightmares, okay. I see more and more like badges showing up these days. I feel like Twitch has started selling badges to companies to earn more money. Hey Mole, the best channel. Depends on what you prefer to look at. Well, thank you. Alright, if you're just joining, welcome in. There is a big ship underway, big container ship, 366 meter one. There's a few smaller container ships underway as well. Next one we'll see in a minute. Big ol' rust bucket. It's not, yeah, it's not the worst, but yeah, indeed, she's quite rusty. Now that you mention it, let's take a look at her up close. Yeah. Yeah. She could lose a little bit of paint on her hull, doesn't she? Oh, there's somebody doing Titanic on the bow. Oh, I just missed it. There's a guy standing there. Oh, there he is. Cue the Celine Dion song. Let's see if you spent 15 years on salt water. Oh, such a good humming noise. Estée has 10 more similar tankers, so she has 10 sister ships. You hear it? Ah, cool. Would be another cool addition for 2026 to add a better mic setup. I would love to have a more directional mic to catch these ambient noises. Must be loud sailing on her. You have to listen to that the entire day. Moin, Rhea. Welcome. Okay, meanwhile, the white crude oil tanker is there. There it is. Look how wide that thing is. So yeah, as far as I can see, she was anchored in India for a while. So I'm not sure if she picked up oil there. I'm not sure if India has oil or if that was just an in-between stop, but definitely here now. Sounds like an old American V8 engine. Hey John, good afternoon. These ships are even more impressive when they're empty, in my opinion, because then you see the hull coming up and you see how big it is. Because like with the big container ships, you see everything because most of it is above the water level, but with these types of ships, everything is under the water line. Do we know her draught? Oh, she's 15 meters deep. Yeah, that is a deep ship. 15 meters deep. I believe the river varies between 20 to 25 meters. So there's only like 5 to 10 meters below her and the bottom of the river. So there's not a lot of room of error for them. Because the river is 6 kilometers wide, but there's only a narrow shipping lane for the ships to go through. Oh, I love the little sailboat next to her for scale. Look at that. It's interesting, natural. For me, that's a childhood memory because I grew up living in a house very close to the canal that's going to Ghent from where we are. And like when I was a kid laying in my bed at night and it was silent, I heard every once in a while a very heavy humming noise from a ship going over the canal. So for me, it's like a childhood memory, hearing these ship engines. Very soothing to me. The sailboat needs a photo. It's a sailboat, nobody cares. I really want to get a second camera for that toast. I just don't like switching the stream up. Great memories. Yeah, indeed. Okay. I've got so much to look at. Suddenly it's busy on the river. We also got the 2 container ships that are getting close now. Both MSCs back to back. Look at those. But I'll stay on the crude oil tanker, sorry. Can't decide, but we get a lot more container ships than we get crude oil tankers on the river. So stay on the wide boy. There we go. Sorry, sorry mods. I grew up next to an airport. The same. So does it like soothe you or just bring you childhood memories, the noise of airplanes? It's interesting to with vessel data. Yeah, and we also have a website underneath, the one that Toast just linked, where we keep track of the statistics since April. We were doing this for longer, but since April we've kept track of all the ships that we saw. And now we also have a command, ! Ships. So we've seen 1,048 unique ships so far since April 1st on the stream. It's a custom overlay that I built, Rambone. It grabs it from some source of the internet, so the moderators just have to give the ship number to the system, and the rest goes automatically. They have like a whole dashboard they control. And then it gets stored in the database, and then that's where the website comes in. There you can look at all the data of the ships that we saw, and when we saw them, how often we saw them. Yeah. Yeah, they are controlling it. It's manual. Maybe at one point we can really make it automated, but I don't think that's anytime soon. How do we know it? So there's websites called websites, like radar websites, basically like flight radar, but for ships. One of them is called vesselfinder.com. There's also marinetraffic.com. So it's basically a map where you can get all the data of the ships. Also how fast they're going, and how deep they are in the water. So this one is 15 meters deep. So you gotta think there's a whole house underneath this. Underneath the water. That's how deep this ship is. Marine Tracker, yeah, it's another one. There's plenty of options. The overlay actually uses multiple sources to fetch the data. That's all I can say about it. Suiting only at night. Oh, interesting. What a massive ship. Tanker versus tanker, yeah. The one is a little bit bigger, just a tiny bit. Got a little propeller plane over the river as well. You might hear it. She's definitely well filled up. Let's check. Look at that, 15.2 meters deep. Keep zooming out. There she is. What a massive chunk, this ship. Love it. She's noisy like an airplane. Her chimney's making a lot of noise. Hey Elizabeth, good afternoon. There's also an A380 going over, yeah. Oh yeah, I see it actually. Perfect timing, because there is the container ship already, the MSC Alicante. This container ship is 270 meters long. It is 40 meters wide. She's on the way to Gebze in Turkey. And she has a capacity of 5,582 TEUs. If you wonder what a TEU is a 20-foot container. The more common size is a 40-foot container. So divide the number by 2 to have an idea of how much stuff goes on it. We've all seen the big and smaller containers. I can show you if we zoom in. So you see like the little tanker container there, that is 1 TEU. That is a 20-foot container. And you have like the white container on the side, that is a 40-foot container. And in case you're wondering, why don't we just measure them in 40-foot containers, because that's the more common size. On these ships, there's always a few spots where only 20-foot containers fit, the smaller ones. So it's easier to just measure the total capacity, because you can always fit two 20-foots in a 40-foot bay, but not the other way around. Yo, Chalk, thank you for the 5 months on Kick. Thank you for the 95%, dude. Appreciate the support. Indeed, TU stands for 20-foot equivalent units. Oh, we're about to have a really cool shot. The sailboat is gonna come in front of it. Yes, Alicante from Spain. That is a cool shot. That might be the thumbnail for today's video. We are reaching hour 1 of the stream completed. So here's my hourly sellout moment. If you like the ship spotting vibes, or just hang out by the river with me, don't forget to drop a follow. If you're watching on Twitch and Kick. If you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe and even smash the like button. It's all free. It helps the channel grow, so I can do more cool stuff. There we go. That was my hourly sellout moment. While the MSC Alicante is slowly sailing by. Also makes a very cool humming noise, this one. Oh yeah, and we also have an outstanding promise. If you reach 1 million subscribers on YouTube, I will rent out an event boat and we will sail the river with subscribers watching the ships. We only need 999,000 more. Keep going to the next one, which is the smoky one that we saw from a distance. This is the MSC Eleni, is that correct? I think it is Eleni. Wondering why this one is so smoky. So these ships have a system installed called an exhaust scrubber, because these ships run on heavy oil, which is very sulfuric, very acid when you burn it. Whoa, oh, look at the sailboat hitting the wake of the container ship. Whoa, that was bumpy for a minute. So what they do is they basically wash their exhaust fumes, which causes this big plume that you see now. It's a bit choppy. Almost looks like they were surprised by it a little bit. So yeah, there was the exhaust fumes, so it's a little bit less sulfuric, less acid for the sky. This one definitely has it turned on. Hey Lil V, hope you're doing well. Subscribed, thank you. One step closer to the 1 million subs on YouTube. And the boat ride. This is a better thumbnail for the video? Maybe. You like a nougat exhaust cloud? I'll consider it toast. We're good, we're good. And if you're just joining, there is a bigger ship underway than all the ones that we just saw. There is a 366 meter ship underway, a big container ship from Evergreen. So it will be a green ship. You should see that one in an hour and a half or something from now. It should appear on the horizon in a little bit, any minute now, I think. Oh, the waves of the container ship have just arrived. Hey Flipper on YouTube, hello. Let me check where the Evergreen is now. Evermead, yeah, it's entering the river now, the Evermead. She could also use a little lick of paint. Did we see this one before? The Eleni? Doesn't ring a bell to me. So I've also added a command to the chat where we can see how many unique MSC ships that we've spotted. 65 so far. As MSC is probably one of the major container providers in Antwerp, the biggest actually in Antwerp. So we see a lot of these MSC ships. So I do think it's cool to track how many unique ships of them that we saw. Yeah, so they have the biggest container ship in the world. Well, there's 6 of them. They're all the same size and they're all owned by MSC. And we've already seen 4 out of the 6 on the river here. Unfortunately, the other 2 don't have any scheduled stops in Antwerp, so we'll need to wait on a special occasion for those 2. Look at that plume coming out. Some serious exhaust scrubbing going on. I'll have a fisher guy for scale in a minute here. There we go. That's a person for scale. Derastol is the ship. No idea what people fish on here. I know there's a lot of crabs in the river. I don't think they'll be fishing. Actually, it's funny. I don't think I've ever seen anyone caught anything on the river. There's regularly people fishing here, but I've never seen anyone like actually catch something. Except for the seagulls. Yeah, the seagulls catch crabs regularly. And off she goes. Wow, that's some good lean on that sailboat. Look at that. Is it even sailing if it's not a 45-degree angle? My goodness. No, No, these bigger ones don't get like massively dropped in the water. They're usually built in some kind of docking area that they can then fill up with water, and then they float them out, and then they'll finish the top part. So now for a minute, get the big ships in frame. Yeah, dry docks, exactly. Sailboat is back. Let's check it out for a minute. So I do expect to see the big container ship appear underneath the pier in any minute now. But I get the ship information so quickly. It's an automated system that I built. Well, it automatically fetches the info, but the moderators control it. So shout out to the moderators for operating the overlay system. Yes, that's the shot that I wanted. Little sailboat on the left. Big container ship on the right. Cool. So a bit of a gap in traffic now. It's usually how it goes. No, there's a massive wasp here. Please go away, wasp. Okay, he's gone. Look at that lean. Wow. Oh, a bit straight again. Hey Emma. Good afternoon. Yeah, I still haven't oh, look at that lean. Every time I want to talk about something, I see the lean on the sailboat. Look at that. 45-degree angle. What country? We're in the Netherlands, the south of the Netherlands. So the river here is in the Netherlands, but it connects it's mostly important for ports in Belgium. This is the port of Antwerp and the port of Ghent. I'm sitting outside. Yes, I'm always outside. I'm an outdoor streamer. Very busy here today. Lots of people out and about. We have another container ship that is currently anchored on the other side of the river, right over there. It's rare to see a Costco shipping container ship docked there. It's not docked, it's anchored, I think. Let's check on radar. Stuck for a minute. There we go. Is that it? It's the Costco Antwerp, which is actually underway to Antwerp. Currently at anchor. Maybe there's some paperwork, or it does look like there's a bunker ship next to it, so it's probably getting fueled up right over there. Maybe after that it will continue to Antwerp. I am sitting in the boot, basically in the back of my car, so the trunk of the car is open, so I'm sheltered from the wind a bit. But we've had a lot windier days than today. There's not that much wind. Oh my goodness, that sailboat is leaning again. me check radar. What other ships? Because I know we have the big evergreen ship, but I'm not sure what else we can expect. All right. Oh, let's change the angle of the camera. There we go. Maybe zoom out a little bit so I got more time to look at radar. Then a small general cargo ship is still underway here. And then the Evermeet is now getting its pilot. I don't see it yet. Interesting. Thought I would be able to see it already. Then after the Evermeet, ooh, there's a big gap in traffic. Ooh, really not much after it. That's crazy. Yeah, there's like an hour gap after it. So no big ones. Okay, then let's check the port of Antwerp, see what left. All small stuff, small stuff. Yeah, definitely not as busy as yesterday on the river. Nothing moving there. Checking the port of Ghent, see if something interesting is moving from there. Doesn't look like it. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, we might be in for a shorter stream today. So, COSCO is an acronym for China Ocean Shipping Company. There you go. I knew it was Chinese, COSCO. Oh, wait, we've lost the sailboat. There he is again. So the Evergreen might be our closing ship for today. Because after that, I don't think there will be any bigger ships for a few hours. I think it's just coming into, yeah, I just see it on the horizon appear now. The Evergreen. Heavy dog barking going on in the distance. Oh, my dog. Yeah, there's some good dogging action going on here. Hey Frank, good afternoon. Oh, look at that lean. Whoa. They really don't want to be filmed by me for the stream, so they just lean away from us. That's so crazy. Let's do the digital zoom. Conquest. Another Asperger. That one must be really far out then. I didn't even catch that one when I was looking on radar. Or yeah. Oh, a little bit of waves hitting. Oh, at Hunt speed. Okay, okay. Let's see if I can see it with my naked eye. I might see it, I think, yeah. Oh, sorry. So yeah, the Evergreen is now where the pier is. Once it's from behind the pier, I'll show you guys on the horizon. The big ship for today. also have the Scheldt river dredge who's dredging over there, so she's not gonna come all the way here, but she's gonna make a U-turn there any moment now, I think. If you don't know what a dredge is or what it does, so basically this is like, you can compare it to like a big vacuum cleaner for the river. So it will suck up sediment from the bottom of the river and dump them elsewhere, just so the shipping lane remains deep enough for these massive ships. It's also really cool when they're working. There's another one to our left that is dredging a port area to the left of us. And it will come out at some point, and then it will drop everything that it sucked up through like a hole in the hull, and it like rises up from the water. I'll try to catch it when it does it again. It was here earlier, but there were too many other ships to look at. By the looks of it, this one has already did their dumping. They might be getting ready again to start dredging. And there's also dredge parked. Yep, that one has been there for a few weeks, I feel like. Like it's always there. The blue and yellow one. That one is not really moving actually, the Scheldt River. Nope. Hey JP. Good morning. So the evergreen is about to appear over there. Yeah, it doesn't work on kick toast. I haven't made any implementations yet. Not sure if I will for kick. So you see that massive shade on the horizon? That is the evergreen ship. Oh, your SE command. That's the thing with Stream Elements on Kick. I have to like re-authenticate every few days, I feel like, for it to keep working. It's really annoying. Is it the famous Ever Given? No, it is the not so famous Ever Meet. But we do get the Ever Given here as well. It comes by. In case you're wondering if the Earth is round or flat, it's round. Otherwise the ship would be half underwater. But yeah, so that giant 366 by 51 meter container ship is coming our way. She has a capacity of 15,372 containers. There is indeed a red ship coming as well. You can see it on the left there. Oh yeah, it's going to be a bit of a wait for the Evergreen. And as I said, not much other traffic this afternoon, unfortunately. I'll take another look on radar, but And there's another small container ship coming from Antwerp. And then indeed the Roland Asperger. And then indeed we have the Brahms, which is a tanker ship. That's the orange one that we can see on the left. That's about it. Yes, so TEU mole stands for 20 foot equivalent, basically. That means a 20-foot container in length. So if you would line up all the containers of the ship, if it is 100% loaded, granted a ship is never loaded to max capacity, that's a theoretical max of course, but that would be a line of 93 kilometers long. That's an absolutely massive line still. And then if we take a look at the biggest container ships in the world, so those are 400 meter long and 61 meters wide. Those can carry up to 24,000 TEUs, just over 24,000 TEUs. And if you would stack those up in a line, it would be a line of about 140 kilometers long. But as I said, it's theoretical max. There's a guy peeing in the river. Jesus Christ. The record for biggest load transported from Asia to Europe is about 22,000 TEUs. So that is the current record. Yeah, so that's the one that I was talking about, 24,000 TEUs. Or you want to know the name? Is the MSC Irene class. And there's 6 of them. Oh yeah, that's a cool page. The page that Toast linked in the Twitch chat is a list of the biggest. Oh, it's Irina, MSC Irina. So we have seen the MSC Loreto on stream, MSC Mariella on stream, MSC Michel Capellini on stream, and the MSC Mikkel on stream. I think the Turkey and the Irina we haven't seen yet on stream. Yeah, we're waiting on some ships now. We still have another sailboat. That one is not leaning at all. Is there a man standing on the bow? And there is. Somebody is having a Titanic moment. Cue Celine Dion. They're really just like standing there. Okay. Camera's bonkers. Yeah, I want a better one next year. So this is the range of this one, but I want a full frame one next year. Nikon, no, I want to get a Sony, probably FX, what is it, FX3 or FX30? The affordable one of the two. And a better tripod. There's so much stuff that I want for the stream, but one of them big paparazzi lenses, not really. I kind of need a lens with a big range, because when the ship gets really close to us, I need to be able to show it. And with like these massive zoom lenses, I wouldn't be able to properly show the ship as it's close to us. I mean, we could do 2 cameras and switch between the 2. Where's the bridge thingy? It's a pier. A ship can dock there and empty out. Because there is a massive chemical plant on the left here. So there's a massive chemical plant, and this is one of their piers. It's rarely used. I think we've seen it being used once or twice in a whole year of being here. But it is there. So this is the Brahms on the way to Ghent. Oh, she's gonna take the right-hand corner here. 99 meters long, 14 meters wide. See where she came from. Brahms. Le Havre in France. Meanwhile, if we pan a little bit sideways, there we go. We can start to really see the green color of the evergreen. Okay, time to stand up for a minute. Yeah, there's a lot more tech than just the cam at this point. Oh. Any dog spotting? No. Mints. Oh, you guys heard that? Damn it. I always forget that I that I have the mic on me when I walk away from the camera. I always think like, oh, I'm away from the stream. I mean, we are in a dogging spot. There's a lot of doggers here. What's Tylenol? Yes, I want some autism in my life. No, it wasn't mint. I did mole. Or even have a stream buddy come in. Look at that. Hey lols. Boats indeed. And everybody who's just joining, you're still on time to see the biggest one of the day. And also the big finale for today. She's in the background there. Evergreen container ship. But until then, we have some smaller ships to look at. The red ship would be able to fit on the green one. It would be able to fit it on it 3 times. And there would still be 66 meters left, Shiz. 6% battery check. No, 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 no. I fully charged them until I left the house. Not this ship, but indeed this company got stuck in the Suez. Move the tripod a tiny bit for my comfort. There we go. I think that's better. It's not an exact sister ship either that got stuck. The Ever Given has other ships as sister ships. This is not one of the direct sister ships. It's not. Oh wait, where did the ship go? Oh, there. Cousins, yeah, let's call it cousins. Because that's the thing with a lot of these ships, they have proper sister ships where it's exactly the same ship. Because they often are like ordered in bulk. They order like 6 ships or 10 ships, and then they're all the same size and specifications. Yeah, so everything with Ever G is probably a sister ship. It's interesting, that's how Ever does their naming schemes. So they have a ship, well, a series of ships that they order, and then they'll always name them Ever, and then there will be a word after it, and the first letter of that second word will always be the same for that series of ships. So there's going to be a whole series of Ever I think there's also the Ever Mass. That will probably be a direct sister ship of this one. Ever Mass, I think that's one that we saw. I would actually link to the Wikipedia article for that toast. I think that's a better source because you see more ships on the Wikipedia article for biggest container ship. If I can do a suggestion. I always use the Wikipedia one if I have to look up the biggest ones. Then I guess the cool thing about the Econ one is that you can see where they all are. But the list is shorter. Yeah, this one is gonna turn in here. I forgot. Hey, I like that. MSC has all the big boys. Yeah, they're definitely one of the bigger ones. It's been a while since we've seen an ONE ship, one of the magenta ones. It's been a while. We have one big girl today, Big. I already see her. She should be here in about 20 to 30 minutes. She'd be in front of us. There are 14 Ever M-type class. There we go. Thank you, January. So that she has 14, well, 13 sister ships. There's 14 in total. So we used to get the ONE ships a bit more last year, but I think there was like a merger of companies and shipping stuff and some company stuff happening, and they're doing a lot less Antwerp now. They're still coming here, but a lot less. Same for the Hapag-Lloyd ones. They're also coming here a lot less. I can just see the bulb sticking out there on the bow. There she goes. What's my favorite shipping company? I don't really have a favorite, honestly. Maersk is pretty iconic, but I gotta be honest, the Maersk ships are not the prettiest to spot because they're always rusty. It's never a Maersk ship if it's not rusty. The eco ones, they're pretty cool. The CMA CGM ones I also really like. Those have cool liveries as well. So there is some stuff over there. What is that? Wow, is that an inland ship with like a massive amount of containers on it? I think it is. Oh, look at that. It's all Mars containers as well. That thing is packed. Wow. I think it's coming our way. Not sure if it's on this side of the river or the other side. Hard to tell from where it's at. But I think it's gonna come here. I'm definitely gonna wait on that one to see it up close. It's pretty impressive. All right, but we'll see that later. And then I think there is one more tanker ship on the river. Those are all going away, I think. That's one container ship that's still coming our way, but it's a tiny one. It's that thing over there. And then there's the tanker. Let's search for it. There she is. There's the Asperger. Is also coming our way in a little bit. Is it the Holy Reich? And it came from Bremen in Germany. Wow. Wait, what? That thing came all the way from Bremen? Dude, that's quite a journey. Holy. Not 100% sure. Okay. Could be. All right. Meanwhile, the Ever is gonna take the corner towards us. There she is. She looks so tiny in the distance. Do we check where it came from? The meat? Let's see. Evermead. So she stopped in Felixstowe in the UK, and before that she was in Colombo in Sri Lanka. That was September 21st, and then September 16th she was in Singapore, and September 11th she was in Yantian in China. So she just finished her major trip from Asia to Europe, and now she'll do different stops here in Europe. Got a chopper to spot. Hang on. They put on their searchlights. See if we can catch him. Oh god, they're going fast. Let's see if we can catch him. Where are you guys? 2 lines. Dude, it's hard. Spotting is hard. Oh, I don't see it. Damn it. How does the camera not pick this up? Camera, please. Camera. No, I can't find it. It's an Airbus? No, we're missing the Airbus. Jesus Christ. Nope, we're not gonna catch it. They can't. Oh, there it is, I see it now. Okay, got it. There we go. Whew. Oh my goodness, that was a hard one to catch on my tiny screen. Okay. Yeah, but you guys have massive monitors in front of you. Unless you're watching on mobile, I have a tiny display on the camera. Yeah, I think Toast posted the tracking data. OOEJP, so it's a Belgian helicopter. All right, that was a little fun intermezzo. What's the timing? Lucas Elshoff, danke schön for the raid. Thank you for the raid. We just saw an Airbus helicopter fly by, which I struggled to catch on stream, but we caught it. But you guys just missed the Airbus helicopter. I'm sorry. Maybe if you have another A380 overhead, I can show you guys. But welcome in, because yeah, we don't really plane spot here, but we do ship spot. We are currently at the Westerschelde River today, and we are awaiting the Evermead, which we are actually looking at right now. She is in the distance. She is coming towards us. All 366 meters. Is it 366? Yes, meters of her. Is that MSC on the ship? Yeah. That's, we saw that one earlier, Lan. So there's two MSC ships on the way out. There's that one and there's that one as well. So those are both on the way out. Because yeah, after the Ever, the traffic will die down a bit. So it's going to be a bit calmer. What is MEAD? I don't know what it stands for, MEAD. Hey, Lucas Elshoff. Thanks again for the raid, guys. As I said, you just missed the Airbus helicopter flying overhead. Yeah, we also spotted 4 Apache helicopters, and didn't we also spot Chinook helicopters at one point? What's the cool thing of standing by the river here and having such big sightlines? You're able to spot quite a bit of stuff. I think we even spotted a few A380s that are on approach to London Heathrow from here. I like the little frontal shot here. Let's do some digital zoom. Massive wind turbine. Which one? There's a lot of them here. Who asked for a wind turbine? How many do you want? And you get a free nuclear reactor as well with that. The ship is loaded. Yeah, so it just finished this long distance trip from Asia to Europe. It only did one stop in Felixstowe in the UK, and before that she was in Colombo, Sri Lanka. Oh, there's still a clip of the Apaches. There it is. The duality of wind. They actually want to build a brand new nuclear power plant just on the other side. So we are on the river here, and this is a massive chemical plant. Just on the other side of that, they want to build a new, or they're doing investigations if they can build a brand new nuclear power plant there. I hope not, but I have nothing to say about it. Not that I'm against nuclear power. I'm just scared that they will make this whole area a no-fly zone because of the nuclear power plant, and then we cannot fly the drone anymore. And that would sadden me. But yeah, there is a real chance that there will be a nuclear power plant here, and then there will be a no-fly zone. Yeah, if you're just joining, we also fly drones. Well, drones. One drone to take a look at the ships from the sky. I will fly the drone once the Evergreen is closer. Until then, we have the long distance shots. I do think the big inland ship is coming towards us. Let's see. Oh, are we still? Oh, we're still on the digital zoom. Sorry, that's better. very heavy loaded inland ship. Full of Maersk reefers, I think, actually. Although, no, might not be reefers. Actually, that might be on the other side of the river, now that I look at it. I think it's on the other side. Because they're going between the red and green buoy, right? It's called the Salamanca, this one? Okay. Here it is. But yeah, I'm afraid it's gonna be on the other side of the river, unfortunately. That's also why we can already see it this close. Well, we'll see in a minute. If the green buoy goes in front of it, it's coming our way. If it goes behind it, it's not gonna come our way. Ooh, what will it be? What will it be? I think it's gonna go, wait, in front of it? So that means, oh, it's clear. Yeah, you can, oh, yeah, guys, damn, you guys can see on radar, of course. It is on the other side. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh yeah, I just see the other ship behind it there. That one is coming our way, I think. That is the dredge. Ah, that's too bad. That would be cool to see a fully loaded inland ship. Does this win the prize for most heavily loaded inlander we've seen? It's definitely up there. Okay, come out of this. So yeah, I'll probably catch it when it's close here, but it's not gonna come really close, is it? Let's go back to our big ship. So I think 2 more ships for today. Well, the big ships and some inland ships, but there's an Asperger tanker underway. There's that small container ship. Maybe we can catch that one as well. We'll have to see how close it gets. And then of course there's the big Evermeet. This will be the highlight of today. It's time to get another mint. Hello, Swanlin. Yeah, it's a bit of a distance, isn't it? Hey, Rishi Dave. Just taking a look at the locks. No, nothing happening there either. Pretty quiet day. stopper. No, no Roros today, Rishi. Actually, now that I think of it, did we even see a Roro yesterday? I don't think. I don't think we'll have any vehicle carriers this weekend. Look at that. Given that it's high tide now, I was expecting more traffic actually in the afternoon, but there's barely any ships coming in or going out at the moment, so it is what it is. A more quiet day. And there we go. Just past the high tide. Switch back to the Ever now. There she comes. Hey Kevin, good afternoon. Is everything ready for the drone? Yep. There's a Roro west of Vlissing here. Really? Let's see. I didn't catch that one. Oh, there's a Polka. Ooh, should we wait for that one? I'm a bit chilly though. It would be fun to wait for that one. We'll see. Maybe I'll wait for it. I'll decide after the Ever. Because the Polka is a ship that goes fast. It's one of the fastest ships on the river. So it might be cool to, and it's a good looking ship. So it might be fun to wait for it. Thanks for spotting that, Ray. I didn't see it. It's also interesting that it came through the northern route, because that's a more shallow shipping lane. Hey dogs, good afternoon. Is it like a zigzag channel? Yes. Even if you look on Google Maps, Garbled, you'll see that the river by itself makes like a very snake-like zigzag movement all the way from the coast to Antwerp. So the shipping lanes kind of follow that. Hey Gary, welcome. Thank you for subbing. So for all the new peeps, we will be flying the drone in a little bit, so we can take a look at the Evergreen from the skies. Always gives a different dimension to look at these ships.
Tussen vorige week en geweest, maar langer niet volgens mij.
There are a few smaller ships out at sea coming in as well. Nothing too crazy though. Happy Deepavali for those that are celebrating. Well, cheers, Rishi. How many people working at Monster? It's gonna be somewhere between 20 and 30 people on a ship this size. That includes like a full-time cook, the most important role on the ship, because if the food is bad, everybody's unhappy. But yeah, between 20 and 30. Mutiny. They'll just throw the back cook overboard. We are approaching the end of hour 2 of the stream, so it's time for my hourly sellout moment. If you're new to the channel, you like hanging out, looking at the ships, hanging out by the river, don't forget to follow. If you're on Twitch or Kick watching, if you're watching on YouTube, you can subscribe. It's all free and it helps the channel grow so we can do more cool things in the future. And of course on YouTube you can smash the like button because that will help other people find the streams. Did I bring snacks? I bought some snacks, but I already ate all of them while driving here. So currently I have no snacks on me, Dro. I do have a bottle of water. Hey NJ, hello from Assen, all the way in the north of the Netherlands. It doesn't get much more south than this. So, hello from the south. Is she gonna give us the full frontal view, or is she gonna take the corner a bit wide and disappear behind the pier? I think she's taking the corner quite short, actually. So we might see her full frontal. Coming here, Il Santo, or what? Oh, we got a little tugboat coming out as well. I'll show you in a minute. Toast is getting his finger ready. Oh no, the security van of Dow Chemicals, or the chemical plant is here. Now I'm hesitant to fly the drone because they'll freak out. We'll see if they yeet off in time or not.
Ik durf bijna niet te vragen. Was het een bijzondere boot?
Nee, gewoon een grote
Gewoon
container.
400 meter of zo?
366. Ja.
Oké.
Ik kom wel van Azië nu, dus het is volgeladen.
Dus al mijn spulletjes komen weer?
Ja, inderdaad.
Ja, oké. Ik heb wel eens begrepen dat ze alleen naar Europa komen, die grote boten. En dat ze naar Amerika, dat ze daar niet aan kunnen leggen omdat de havensfaciliteit niet zo goed is.
Ze zijn niet diep genoeg, de havens, klopt.
Ja.
De grootste, ja.
Ongelooflijk. Land van de begrensde mogelijkheden, zeg maar.
Ik denk ook, de meeste gaan van Azië naar Amerika of van Azië naar Europa. Tussen Europa en Amerika is er ook minder container traffic.
Heel veel gasverkeer.
Ja, dat wel, ja, zeker. Ja.
Ik denk dat de haven van Antwerpen minder gasboten krijgt dan dat we hier
Ja.
Ik hou het niet bij. Succes ermee, dankjewel.
Dank u wel. Hey, we got a friendly security guy from the power plant, the chemical plant. Look at that. Yeah, he was nice. He was friendly. That's a nice change in pace instead of one calling the cops on me a few months ago. Oh, look at that full frontal shot. There it is. Almost missed it. Oh, beautiful. There it is. Yeah, he was definitely, he was asking if it's a very special one or not. No, it's good that we make good connections with the security here. Was the green light given to fly? I didn't ask permission. I don't have to ask permission. I'm allowed to fly here. Although I do think security might get nervous when they see it. But he's scattered off again, so he did a little U-turn here. I mean, he could have seen the drone. It's behind me, so he didn't say anything about the drone. No, he was a cool guy. I bet they have a file on me. I mean, there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars parked here. Yeah, I do have all the paperwork to fly, and I always respect all the off limits. Hell, I'm even safer than I have to be, because I can get closer than I actually do. Speak to a bunch of Americans. Hey, only 20 to 25% of you is American. You have a very international audience in the chat rooms. No, I know, Frank, but last year this area was blocked off basically by a sign that says only work traffic was allowed to come here. But it has been like that for 5-6 years, and everybody was ignoring the limitation that only work traffic could come here. It's because they were building a new lock around the corner, and that's why they limited this area to work traffic only, right? So last year I was standing here just as I do every weekend with dozens of other cars. But at one moment, I think it was like 5 p.m. or something, I was here all alone in winter, just filming still, streaming. And I see a van of the chemical plant roll up behind me. He stops for like 5 minutes, doesn't get out, doesn't talk to me, doesn't do anything, and drives off. 5 minutes later, the cops show up, and they are, being annoying. Well, annoying. I guess they're just doing their job, being like, oh, you're actually not allowed to drive here. What are you doing here? So started to questioning me, basically. So I'm pretty sure that was a security guard that called the cops on me. But ever since this road has officially reopened, because I actually emailed the project that closed the road off for 5 years and was like, hey, your project is done, but the road closure is still there. And then a few days after, they cleared the road closure. So now I can just be here. That's the bottom line. And that's the origin story of how I got questioned by cops for freaking filming ships. The heavy loaded inlander is right in front of us now. There she is. Look at that. Let's wait for the bridge to appear. Police These must be really bored to hassle you. I don't know, dude. So they didn't give me a fine or anything for coming here, so they were cool about that, but they did write down all my data. Like I had to give my ID, I had to give my address, yada yada. So I felt a little bit intimidated by it, I'm not gonna lie. Then again, in theory I wasn't supposed to be here, but literally dozens and dozens of cars ignored the sign every day. So I was just the one that got the short end of the straw, I guess. That's all I can say. Is that a barge? No, that's an inland ship with containers on it. Yeah, there was one odd one, the Hamburg Sud one. I saw that as well. Okay, how close is this ship? No, there's no good spotting spots near here. The thing is, all other spots, there's plenty of spots along the river. Okay, it's still too far out to fly the drone. There's plenty of spots to look at ships, but there's only one where I can sit in my car and do it. Especially when it starts to get like around freezing point, I actually sit inside the car while we are ship spotting. So in winter, this is to me the only valid spot to do it. Or yeah. But yeah. Hey Barry, hi, welcome. Barry's watching from Canada. Lockdown, thank you for the 5 months of tier 1 on Twitch. Thank you for the support. Okay, I think, yeah, I still need to do the satellite thing as well. No, so the camera is then just standing next to my window of the car, and I just control it by sticking my arm out of the car. It's very janky, but at least it's not when it's freezing otherwise. Let's just turn this on as well. All right. Let's connect. Tip, buy a remote controlled camera. There wouldn't be any, the quality wouldn't be as good as what we have now. I know there's systems that you could mount this camera on to control it remotely. Maybe that's something we could look at, but it's very expensive. I'd rather invest in more video quality stuff. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna fly the drone. As always, I read chat a lot less when I'm flying because I'm focused on flying. There's a lot of people here. I hope nobody will freak out. Check if it's working. Yeah, it's working. No, I'm recording, don't worry. All right, she's looking a bit washed out still because it's the zoom camera. We'll switch to the other camera in a little bit. No, it's not an underwater drone. I'm sorry if that disappoints you. Wondering, where is it? Oh, there she is. Okay, now I have a visual. Oh, that's a cool shot, both of them. We spotted a new Asperger ship. Yeah, I'm not gonna fly between them. As I said, I fly very carefully. I will never fly in its, well, where it's going, above it. I will always stay clear of the ships. I don't want to cause any international incidents by hitting a ship. Thank you, whoever that was. I'll thank you after flying. Just focused on getting good shots. If you're wondering, we do have 4K footage of these flights. I try to make a compilation now every month, once a month on YouTube. I have the high quality footage of this of these ships. So I'm currently 55 meters in the air and I'm still like level with the top of the ship. So that's how high this ship is. I'll go a bit higher now. It's been a bit smoother. And off she goes to Antwerp. Sorry, getting the drone back in now. She barely produces any wake. Yeah, some of these ships are very optimized for fluid dynamic. And that is why ship spot is more interesting than plane spot. I mean, you cannot do that. You cannot fly a drone while plane spotting. That will get you in very big trouble. I wanted to show the bow. It has a very sharp design, so it literally slices through the water. Very fluid dynamic. Beautiful ship, though. What was that? What did I miss? Skunky Works. Thank you for the prime. Following and then immediately dropping that prime. Thank you for the support. Appreciate that. That was a fun flight. I enjoyed that one. Hope you guys also enjoyed it. Are civilians allowed to fly drones this close? Yes. I did a 6-hour course because I have a certificate. In Europe, you need a certificate for flying a drone. So I'm a certified drone pilot. So basically, I need to stay the same distance away from the ship as I am in height. So if I'm flying 60 meters, for example, I also need to stay horizontally 60 meters away from the ship. I don't even get close to that, though. I always keep my distance. So I'm wondering, the Timka, is that one? Where is she now? Okay, she's the Pulpka. I'm gonna wait for the Roro. We'll have any other plans anyway. There's another cool, good-looking ship coming, which I also want to catch with the drone later today. Probably in like, I don't know, 45 minutes from now, I think she'll be here. You know how to do the distance. There's indicators on the drone. I always know how high I'm flying. Is this the biggest ship of the Evergreen fleet? I don't think it's, no. I think Evergreen also has 400 meter ships, Rishi. So this is, quote, quote, only 366 meters. What was a command you added, Toast, for the biggest container ship? I'm scrolling up, but I lost where it was. Because I think there's ever ships in there, actually. In that list, there it is, biggest. Okay, gotta remember biggest. Let me click it. So, completed ships, MSC, OCL, ONE, MSC. The Ever A series are the biggest ones. Ever a lot, Ever Apex, Ever Aria, Ever Atop, and Ever Acme. Those are a lot bigger. Yeah, those are 24,004 TEUs. This one was only, what was it, 15,000? Only. Hi. Ever a lot. Oh, look at that container ship next to it. The other that is a crazy difference. That shows you the scale of this ship with the other next to it. That is a good scale. So this is the Alp Trader. So this is still a 140 meter ship, but only 22 meters wide. She's going to Belfast. Yeah, I thought we've seen her before. Sounded familiar, the Alp Trader. Oh, I was talking about the dredge earlier today. She's coming out again. Let's see if we can catch it. So keep an eye out how deep she. I'll do the digital zoom even, if that is. Wait, hang on. No, that's too much zoom. Let's just keep it at regular. No. Camera, please. So you should see her rise out of the water in a minute here. She has just been sucking up all sediments from the port area next doors. And now she's gonna dump it out. Where she is right now, yeah, she's going to a halt. And then they open big hatches in the bottom of the ship, and then everything falls out. They know Samsung built ships? Yeah, they do. Absolutely do. All right, let's see. Yep, there she goes. The red line appears, and now her bulb appears. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful shot. Oh, I like it. That is so cool. Rising out of the water. Like literally, it's a matter of seconds. You blink, you miss it. There you go. Most of the stuff is dumped out instantly. Why do you dump there? So they go back and forth like hundreds of times sometimes for an area. If they would have to do that and go further out to dump it somewhere else, it wouldn't be like, it would just be massive fuel consumption. So what they do is they dredge in the port area, they dump it here in the shipping lane. Then the next time they dredge the shipping lane here, they'll drag it up, they pick it up here and dump it somewhere else, and that's how stuff gets moved around all the time. But they never like dredge and then go out for like half an hour out at sea and dump it there. That would be not efficient. It's great how much it pops out of the water. So yeah, it's really cool, right? It's really interesting. And yeah, also the tide carries the sand around. So especially since this one is dredging in a port area on the other side of these chemical plant, there's a lot less tidal flow than in the river. Well, you guys still got to get the clips, Pixie. I can only show you guys things. All right, so I decided to wait for one more ship, which is a good looking Ro-Ro. It's going to be a little bit until it's here. You like the bow design on this one? It's like a tiny baby version of the big windbreaker on the new MSC ships. How much can this ship carry? 962 20-foot containers. So of course, the more common size that you see is a 40-foot container, so just divide the number by 2 roughly. So it can carry around, what is it, 480 of these orange-green containers. This is the best place to ship spot in Holland. There's plenty of good spots, Diplomat. This is the one that's closest to me. I live like 20 minutes away. But there's also Rotterdam, which is a very, very good place to spot as well, the port of Rotterdam. The thing that I like about this area is that it's the river and they're really like cruising by. When you're in a port area spotting, they're sometimes going a lot slower. I like seeing them cruise. But yeah, there's plenty of good spots in the Netherlands. I would even argue that maybe IJmuiden for Amsterdam is also a good spot. A bit less traffic, I think, but still a good spot. Do you live close? Yeah, 20 minutes away. In Rotterdam, you can also get near with a car toast. Actually, there's one spot in Rotterdam, in the port, the most famous one to ship spot, that spot. You need a car to get there. There's no other way to get there. There's like a massive land tongue, basically, that sticks out all the way into the port area. You can go on it and drive all the way to the end. And that's where all the ships come in. It's a really cool spot, but you need a car to get there. Let's take one more look at the Ever before she's very far away. Will you try? Yeah, I'll go there someday for sure. But it will probably be because I want to see a special ship that is arriving there or something like that. I mean, it's the same ships that go to Rotterdam. There's a few differences. I would probably see some big LNG tankers in Rotterdam as well. That's something that we also don't get on the river. Ooh, I see another ship with big cranes in the distance there. Look at that. Didn't see that one on radar earlier. And there's definitely another container ship that's underway. Yeah, let's check the other side again. So the ship I want to wait for is now on the horizon over there. It's just behind the Asperger. It's a Transfenica ship. It's one of the fastest ships on the river for its size. It's very maneuverable and it's very fast. As you can see, she's really flying. And that is the Polka. Came from Finland, Raumo. Or Rauma. What is it? Raumo or Rauma? It is a 200-meter ship. Look at the little one from behind for a minute as well. It's both and neither. Come on. There we go. Wish I brought another snacky. A bit hungry now. Here's our next target. How long does it take to, from here? 8 hours or something. Depends on where in the UK you want to go, Rishi. There's ferry crossings from Rotterdam to the UK, which take like 8 hours, I think. There's crossings from Calais to Dover, which is only like an hour. But that is the narrowest part of the canal. There's also ships from, well, there's no passenger ships from Zeebrugge, but other ships from Zeebrugge. That will take 2-3 hours, I think. But yeah, it's a short trip. This one is going to Belfast. Isn't that like Northern Ireland? So that will probably be like 2-day journey. The Alp Trader. Oh, that's a cool shot. It is. Yeah, for the green, yeah, that will be a 2-day trip there. Of course, given that she can immediately go into port, because it's always a question whether they have to wait to enter the port or can go in immediately if there's room. Could be that they go there and then have to wait on anchorage for a day or two. But sailing time, 2 days. Surprised we haven't seen Steven yet today. He's not around. Maybe he eats off somewhere else when it's high tide. Although the tide is retracting. Big gap in traffic though. There's virtually nothing coming now. For a little bit. But hey, we have the Transfenica ship to look at in a little bit. And I'll fly the drone again. I think it's a cool ship to have in the drone compilation video. Did I just see a fish jump out of the water? That was funky. Oh no, it's a bird. That's like, it's this dude. That's what I saw. I saw him dive down. Wait, where did he go? Oh, dude, he stays under for long. Oh, he's still under? Cormorant? Maybe. I have no idea. I know nothing about birds. I know a pigeon, a seagull, and oh, there he is. The rest is bird. Wow. Did anyone time that? It's impressive, my dude. Oh, he goes again. I think he's fishing. Nom 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 nom. He come up in the same spot now? Oh, that's like half a minute. Een voet in Dutch. Voet. Georgette. Oh, wow. He appeared all the way over there now. Pretty cool. In case you're wondering, there is a sandbank in the middle of the river. It's right over there. And then, let's see, so that is the other dredge, the Krakensand, that is parked on the other side of the river. 26 seconds, look at that. They need to dredge that? No. They don't bother with that. The sand can be there. And then if we pan a little bit further, there's a general cargo ship that arrived there. That wasn't there when I started the stream. I missed it coming in as well. There it is, Krakensand. And then it's the Arne. I saw that one on radar coming in. Built in 1998. That was an oldie. It was an oldie. Dude, how fast is the bulk guys going? 90 knots. Oh, I love this ship. They always go so fast. I think if we're talking about favorite ships, this one might be up there with one of the favorites. Because it looks good, the Transfenica ships are always well maintained. And it goes fast. It's already turning towards us now.
dat is goed. Maar heb je telefoon bij het ChatGPT? Grootste zeebaars ooit. Maar toen we weten of we het kunnen versneden of niet. Als er staat 2 meter, toen weet je dat het ook niet mee kan vangen. Ik heb naar dat oplost type van 1 meter en 3.
35 kilometers an hour. Wow. I think she's the only ship that goes this fast on the river. Well, big cargo ship, that is. Yeah, definitely a big gap now in the traffic. As expected when we saw on radar. Like a heavy rumble. Is there something coming from? No. Nope. Nothing big coming. Ooh, I see a big airplane approaching from the east. I think it's a big one. Let's check. ADSB exchange. Let's see. What are you? Wait, what plane is that? That is not on radar, is it? Oh, that's freaky. Is it on flight radar? Flight radar. There's no way this thing is still above Antwerp. Oh, is it that one? I think it's a British Airways from Delhi to London. Yeah, that's probably it. It's 15. Yeah, it's quite chilly here today actually, because there's a wind as well, which chills a lot. A lot of wind chill. Ah, it just disappeared behind the clouds. I wanted to try to catch it with the camera, but it went behind some clouds. Damn it. Well. Yeah, I don't think it's self-flying, Rishi. I'm just gonna assume. So she's taking the shortcut as well, the Transfenica. As you can see, the tanker is going all the way around, which is the usual route. That's where they turn. But the Transfenica is taking the shortcut. And that means it's, what is this draught? That means it's not high in the water. 8 meters, yeah, that's why she's taking the shortcut. Yeah, I know, Giant Ray. So this ship, by the way, yeah, That's a good one to mention. You can buy a trip as a passenger on it, and it's like passenger on a cargo ship type of deal. So it's a round trip, I believe, from Antwerp to Ramo and back. 1,120 euros. Oh, it's a one-way. You can also do it a round trip, but then it's probably more. The tanker is going away from us, Rishi. So we already saw that one when the Evergreen came by. Kind of funny. There's like 4 guys fishing on the pier now, or on the wave breaker. The bros going out to fish on a Sunday. The thing is, with these prices, to be on a cargo ship, you can just better book a cruise, I think. Yeah, we won't see Steve now, that is true. No Steven. No, I tried it a few times with my granddad fishing. Not really for me. I don't have the patience for it. To just stare at a thing in the water for hours. I don't like the aspect of hurting the fish with the hook. Not for me. Ooh, we got a little tugboat coming out. Finally, some action here. Let's go and see. Oh, it's the cutest one. I don't know if we've seen this one before. We might get a new number on the Multratug bingo card. Multratug 22 is coming out. What a cutie. Looks like a very old one. Wait, no, built in 2000. Interesting. Have we seen her before? Oh, we've spotted it 4 times already. Okay, not a new number on the bingo card. Never mind. You can see the Evergreen in the distance. It's fast. Only 10 knots. The big ship that's coming is doing double the speed. A lot deeper in the water than the other Multratugs that we mostly see here in this spot. This looks to be more like a tug that's used in the port itself, less on the river. Live bathe. When I tried it with my granddad a few times, they use like these little maggots, I think it is, maggots, so I didn't feel too bad about that. I did feel bad about catching a fish and then having to like yoink the hook out of its mouth while it was bleeding a bit. I didn't enjoy that aspect. Come on guys, let's hit the like button. Should I do the hourly sellout moment a bit early? Let's do it. If you're new to the stream and you like the ship spotting stuff, don't forget to subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, and you can always smash the like button there as well. It's all free and it helps the channel grow a bit, so I can do more stuff. And of course, if you're watching on Twitch or Kick, you can follow the channel. There we go. Wait, didn't we see the Damiano at the beginning of the stream heading out? Or am I crazy now? And everything I earn from the ad revenue and the subs and everything, I always invest back into the stream. This is a hobby for me, not my job. First time today, yeah, but that could be just adding it now. I could have sworn we saw this one go out earlier. I could be wrong. No, it's cool, K2. Don't worry about it. You're one of the few active chatters on Kick, so I appreciate that. Get to work, this is your job? No, it's not. What's up, Us for Hawks? All right, one more ship for today. She is speeding along at 90 knots towards us, which is quite fast for a ship this size on the river. First time seeing this vessel today. Okay. Then I was wrong. Happens a lot. All right, EG, enjoy your walk, man. It is a cool one, yeah. It's one of the cooler ships on the river. There's only one left. You're actually lucky because I was about to end after the big ship for today, but we saw this one coming, so I decided to wait for this one. Yeah, this is the Autobahn. If you're late to the party today or to the stream, the thing that you missed, you can always rewind, of course, is the big Evermeet 366 meter container ship that we flew. We looked at it from the skies with the drone, so it made some really very fun footage. Oh, she slowed down a bit, 70 knots now, only 70 knots. My job is making apps for streamers. No, I have a day job, guys. I have an office job, unfortunately. I wish all this stuff was my job, but I would have to earn 20 times the amount of money I make from the streams now to even consider making it my job. So there's no shot that will ever happen. That's my day job, software development. Well, I don't develop anymore, but yeah, it's in the business of software development. So just a regular office job. It pays the bills, that's all I can say about it. Hey Tajama, good afternoon. I mean, the job pays well, my day job, but I don't enjoy doing it. It's a necessary evil. That's how I look at it. A bit of sun would be nice. In fact, the ship would look better with some sunlight on it. Exactly, Airbus. Exactly. Ooh, there's an inland ship coming in. Might as well take a look at it. So we have customs here. We might not be able to fly. I'm not confident about flying the drone when customs is here. There's a car for of customs here. We'll see if they stay. They have binoculars on them, the customs. I like cooler weather. I like the in-between. I don't like when it's really cold. I don't like when it's super warm. But I do honestly, I prefer cold over heat, I think. Because once you're naked, you cannot take another layer off, but you can always put more layers on when it's cold, if that makes sense. Ever thought about switching? I thought about it, Sherman, many times before, but that's the thing. It pays well. There's good trade-offs. Like I work from home all the time, so it has a lot of benefits that I enjoy. I get the car, and going somewhere else and having to go to the office again more often, I'm just not feeling that, no. There's a balance there. Tell them they can inspect the vessels with the drone. Be like, hey guys, you want to see what's on that ship? You can look at it from above. You can see it more clearly what is on it. I'm actually surprised they don't use that yet. They probably do for law enforcement, to like inspect stuff from above. Yeah, that's the thing. Every job has pros and cons, exactly. And it's always for you to weigh the benefits. Yeah. Because you're wondering, customs is parked right over there. Literally just parked across. Getting the iPad ready for inspections. I wonder if they just like chill over here, pick a ship that's going in the lock, and they then go on board to inspect it or something. I do wonder if this is part of the workflow to like select ships to inspect or something. All right, bolt is coming now, so we'll. It also has that very cool windbreaker design on the bow, as you can see. So these Transfenica ships, their naming thing is they always end with CA, just like Transfenica. So there's the Pulpka, and also know there's the Timka. There's probably a few other. If the customs are staying here, I'm not flying the drone. I know it's allowed, but I'm not in the mood for discussions or anything about it. So we'll look at it from the ground, which is also fine. I actually deleted the Threads app because of all the politic customs stuff that goes on there, K2. For some reason my feed was just being flooded by it, so I deleted the app. Actually, it's funny, I installed all apps that have an infinite scroll feed at this point. I no longer have Facebook. I no longer have Instagram. Well, I have an account, but I don't have the apps installed. And I no longer have Threads or Twitter. And I feel like I'm getting more time and more done in a day. I just hate the infinite scroll feeds. They're too brain rotty. Reddit is also one that you could be on for hours, although I think I get, yeah, probably. Like, even if I use YouTube a lot, I think that's like the main social media platform that I use these days, but I almost exclusively use the subscription page, which only shows you videos from the channels you're already subscribed to. So there's no infinite scrolling. Well, there is infinite scrolling, but it's just older stuff that you've already seen. So there's a limit to how much you can consume. And that's what I like about it. I wish all social... Ooh, look at that lean. What is that? That is some good lean. Look at that. Okay. Little adjustment. You have no apps on your phone. Yeah, exactly. So I'll probably still check Insta. Although I have to say, since I deleted Instagram, I haven't opened it once. It's just crazy. Even funnier, after a few days of uninstalling Instagram, I got an email from Instagram asking me if I was okay and if I wanted to have a catch up on shit that I missed. And then I turned off their emails as well. How obnoxious was that, trying to pull me back? Oh, you told me about the tell 10 minutes ago? I'm sorry, I missed that. Yeah, she's leaning a little bit to one side. I feel like Meta, so what is it? Instagram, Facebook, they are really heavy on the keeping you hooked. I feel like the other ones are less, but yeah, Threads is also Meta, so yeah. Meta is the worst. Yeah, I agree. I'm even, whenever I use, I have a Facebook, but I rarely use it. But when I use a different browser to sign into it. So I'm always signed out of Meta because they have tracking shit everywhere on the internet and I don't want it. Oh yeah, I mute them all, Stellar. Whenever somebody adds me to a WhatsApp, I just mute it completely and archive it. Sometimes even. It's WhatsApp groups. Oh. I used to be like, oh, connected with everything and can't miss anything. And over the last year, maybe it's because I've started doing ship spotting and I slowed down my life or something, but I don't feel the need to do all that anymore. I just do whatever. Open my Facebook rarely. Yeah, same. And it's pretty funny coming from someone who's actually creating content now on a platform, on a few platforms, but I don't know, I think the whole short format is absolute brain rot. There's nothing to be gained from it. Long format videos I do enjoy. You can learn from them, they can be interesting, they can be relaxing. But shorts is just brain rot. I wouldn't be surprised about that, Mike. So this ship is also in an icebreaker class, so this thing can break through ice when there's sheets of ice on the sea. As you can see, that design there in the front, specifically to break through the ice. As she's going all the way to Finland, she sometimes in winter has to go through the ice. So you can see that little beam sticking to the front. The bow is the front of the ship. Or thing on the side. What do you mean on the side? The anchor? Or the word Transfenica. What a good looking ship though, isn't it? Oh. Look at her fly. She's flying, man. She's going so fast. Look at that. Look at that speed. Worth the wait, yeah. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, we're gonna wait for that one. Also, these ships sail under the Dutch flag, all of them. Funny enough. And they're always in pristine condition. I have never ever seen a Transfenica ship being rusty or worn out. They always look pristine. Even this one, there's not a single scratch on her. And yeah, she's very maneuverable because, for example, she has two bow thrusters, so sideways thrusters in the bow there. Really good looking ship. A sexy beast. What's the benefit of that front? So there's multiple things for the thing. So there's the weight. So the pointy thing is to break through ice, and then the top part is to increase aerodynamics, and that when water splashes over the front, it doesn't splash over the cargo, so the trucks on deck. It's interesting, she's double loaded now. So in the back you can see there's containers. That's containers that are stacked, but then on the top of the deck there's truck trailers. Or is it also container? I think it's also containers actually, yeah? All containers on the top, so that means all the vehicles that she's carrying are on the inside. It's weird that they classified it as a ro-ro. I would call this a ro-co, because it's vehicles and containers at the same time. Yeah, there's liquid boxes. Liquid boxes. Does the back open up? Yes. So this whole back thing is one big bridge that lowers down, and then they can drive or roll on and roll off vehicles from the ship. That's exactly what it is. But yeah, this is a really cool ship indeed. All right. Cool. Now, as the ship fades away towards Antwerp, I'm gonna start wrapping up things for today. We'll be back next weekend, I think. Again, Saturday, Sunday next weekend. Have something to do on Friday. Other than that, yeah, thank you all for hanging out with me. And if you're not following yet, but you enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a follow or subscribe on YouTube. And then shout out to the mods for operating the overlays. And then I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.